Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Bold and beautiful preview. Steffy puts her foot down with hope as the claws come out between Taylor and Brooke. In the latest The Bold and the Beautiful preview for September 9 to 13, it's mother against mother and daughter against daughter. Read on and watch the preview below. In his office, Finn talks with Lie about all the craziness that went down between Bill, Luna, and Poppy. Finn asks his mother, "You think Bill will end the relationship?" Lee admits she's worried things between Bill and her sister will never be the same again. Poppy walks into Bill's house and is clearly emotional as she and Bill exchange looks. Will Bill and Poppy's renewed 20-year-old connection be enough to save what that lunatic daughter of Poppy's tried to destroy? And speaking of Luna, is this the last we'll see of Poppy's daughter? Or with some intensive therapy, could she be back? It's a good thing Taylor is back in town, as maybe she can help the troubled girl. Speaking of Taylor, as we see a flashback of Hope pushing Finn into a kiss, Taylor confronts Brooke about her daughter. She tells her, Hope is targeting Steffy's family. Where do you think she could have learned that behavior from? We can almost hear the announcer about to say, "Let's get ready to rumble." Finally, at Forrester, Steffy informs Hope, "I won't let you do it, Hope. I won't allow you to become just like your mother." Wait, is Steffy on a mission to save her longtime nemesis? Tensions at the Forrester mansion are at an all-time high, and for good reason. The long-standing rivalry between Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan is on the verge of reigniting, and this time their daughters are caught in the crossfire. The upcoming week promises explosive confrontations, unspoken truths, and hard decisions that could change the trajectory of these feuding families forever. At the heart of the storm is Steffy Forrester, who's about to make one of the toughest calls of her life. Hope Logan, once her friend and now her biggest rival, has crossed a line. Steffy is tired of watching Hope meddle in her family, especially when it involves her husband Finn. After weeks of brewing jealousy and suspicions, Hope's involvement with Finn has finally become too much for Steffy to ignore. Her patience is hanging by a thread, and it's only a matter of time before that thread snaps. Steffy's final straw. Steffy's loyalty to her family has always been fierce, but now it's personal. The love triangle drama between Hope, Finn, and Steffy has brought her to a breaking point. It's not just about protecting her marriage anymore. It's about setting boundaries and standing her ground. When Steffy walks into Forrester Creations and sees Hope and Finn sharing what looks like another intimate moment, it's enough to make her blood boil. It's no longer about misunderstandings or harmless flirtations. To Steffy, it's crystal clear. Hope is playing with fire, and Steffy won't let her burn her family to the ground. In a powerful scene, Steffy storms into the office, her icy composure a mask barely hiding her fury. Finn, who has always been caught in the middle of these two strong-willed women, looks torn. But this time there's no escaping Steffy's wrath. "I've had enough, Hope," Steffy snaps, her voice carrying the weight of all her frustrations. "You've been circling Finn like a vulture, and I won't stand for it any longer. This is my husband, my family, and you need to back off." Hope, who has been dealing with her own emotions, especially after her ill-advised kiss with Finn, tries to maintain her composure, but the cracks in her resolve are starting to show. Steffy's words hit hard, and while Hope has always prided herself on being calm and collected, she's quickly losing control. The truth is, she doesn't know how to stop what's happening between her and Finn, or if she even wants to. Steffy doesn't wait for a response. Her message is clear. This is a fight Hope cannot win, and Steffy isn't about to let her go down without a battle. "You've already ruined enough lives, Hope. Don't think for a second you'll ruin mine." Taylor versus Brooke. The war begins anew. While Steffy's battle with Hope rages on, the Forrester mansion is about to become the scene of another epic showdown. Taylor and Brooke have been circling each other for months, keeping a tentative truce, but that peace is about to come crashing down. Brooke, still protective of Hope, has had enough of Taylor's silent judgment, and Taylor, always believing she knows what's best for Steffy, is prepared to defend her daughter at all costs. When Taylor hears about Steffy's confrontation with Hope, it's the perfect storm for the dormant rivalry to explode. Taylor rushes to confront Brooke, convinced that she's the one pulling Hope's strings and encouraging her dangerous flirtation with Finn. Brooke, of course, isn't about to take Taylor's accusations lying down. "You've never been able to keep your nose out of my daughter's life," Taylor accuses when she finds Brooke at Forrester Creations. "And now you're pushing Hope into something that could destroy Steffy's marriage." Typical Brooke. Always thinking about yourself and your daughter, never about the consequences. Brooke, her eyes flashing with anger, steps up to Taylor. "If anyone's playing games here, it's you, Taylor. Don't act like you're the saint in this situation. Your daughter has made her fair share of mistakes. Maybe if you spent more time worrying about your own family, you'd see that." The tension between the two women is palpable. It's not just about their daughters anymore, it's about years of history, betrayals, and a rivalry that's never truly been put to rest. Every word they exchange is laced with venom, and it's clear that this confrontation is just the beginning. Taylor, never one to back down from a fight, makes her stance clear. "You may have Ridge fooled, Brooke, but I see through you. You've always been manipulative, and now you're trying to ruin Steffy's happiness because Hope can't keep her feelings in check." Brooke, her hands on her hips, fires back. "And what about your precious Steffy? She's not innocent in all of this. Maybe it's time you faced the fact that Finn and Hope have a connection, something real, something Steffy can't control." Taylor's jaw tightens. Finn is Steffy's husband. Don't twist this into something it's not. Hope's the one who needs to learn her place. As the argument heats up, it's clear that neither woman is willing to give an inch. Taylor and Brooke are once again locked in a battle of wills, and with their daughters at the center of it all, the stakes have never been higher. The fallout, Steffy's decision to confront Hope, combined with the renewed animosity between Taylor and Brooke, sets the stage for a week of intense drama. With emotions running high, lines are being drawn in the sand, and no one is safe from the fallout. Hope, torn between her loyalty to Liam and her undeniable feelings for Finn, is left reeling from Steffy's ultimatum. Finn, who has always tried to remain neutral, may finally have to choose a side, and that decision could cost him everything. Meanwhile, Steffy is determined to hold onto her family, even if it means going to war with Hope and Brooke. As for Taylor and Brooke, their renewed rivalry threatens to overshadow everything else. With Ridge once again caught in the middle, the claws are coming out, and no one knows where the pieces will fall when the dust settles. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, long-held tensions will finally erupt, leading to confrontations that could change the Forrester and Logan families forever. Who will come out on top in this battle for love and loyalty? Only time will tell. The Forrester mansion buzzed with tension, so thick it practically hummed through the opulent halls. It was a storm brewing behind the lavish facade of elegance and luxury, and it had been building for weeks. Steffy Forrester, the reigning queen of the family's fashion empire, had finally reached her breaking point. The once icy calm exterior she maintained around Hope Logan had begun to crack, and today would be the day Steffy put her foot down once and for all. Steffy paced across the living room, her heels clicking on the marble floors like a ticking time bomb. The events of the past few weeks played on a loop in her mind. Hope's ongoing flirtation with Finn, the stolen glances, the whispered words that didn't quite make it past Steffy's sharp instincts. Hope claimed it was innocent, she always did, but Steffy wasn't buying it anymore. This wasn't about Finn alone. This was about control. This was about boundaries that Hope had crossed one too many times. Steffy's phone buzzed on the coffee table, shaking her out of her thoughts. It was a message from her mother, Taylor Hayes. Steffy sighed, knowing that whatever was happening between Taylor and Brooke Logan, Hope's mother, was a parallel to her own frustrations. Taylor and Brooke had always been at odds, two powerful women vying for Ridge's heart, but this time the stakes were higher. Brooke had Hope's back no matter what, and that loyalty was bleeding into Steffy's life in ways she could no longer tolerate. Steffy glanced at her reflection in the mirror, adjusting her suit jacket as she straightened her posture. This wasn't just about protecting her relationship with Finn, it was about reclaiming her power. She'd let Hope get away with far too much, and it was time to remind her that Steffy Forrester was not someone to be messed with.